Good evening, lovely humans of Facebook. It is the 25th of July, 2023, and I'm coming at you live at 10 to 9 of a Tuesday evening. Hope you're all okay. If you're watching live, drop me a hey in the comments. Let me know you can see and hear me. My name's Heidi Maver. I'm the founder of EOTAS Matters. I'm the author of Your Child Is Not Broken, and I'm also the facilitator, manager, deliverer, in chargey person of Unstoppable Parent, which is my 5-week program for parents and carers of neurodivergent households, and the Marble Run, which is a brand new online subscription, again for parents and carers in neurodivergent households who want to dig into some of the stuff that I make available to people. So, as promised, every day this week I am dropping new content into my online library. Hello, Josephine. Nice to see you. I can't see you. Nice to be connected with you. Forgive me for having a slightly hoarse throat. I've been out for dinner and I laughed very loudly and hurt myself. It was my mother-in-law's birthday today. She's now officially an OAP. And I discovered that my not stepdaughter, so my partner's daughter, is going to be 16 in February, and I nearly fell off my chair. I'm feeling very old. Anyways, you might know, if you've been following things, that my Unstoppable Parent program starts on the 3rd of August. If you have not yet jumped on, you still can do so. The Unstoppable Parent is a 5-week program for parents and carers. It's an intensive 5-week program with me and Kate Jones, who is a neurodivergent psychotherapist, and we take you from wrung out worrier to unstoppable Zen warrior. It's a trauma-informed program to help you get to grips with understanding your stress responses, understanding your trauma profile, understanding what that means in your household. Basically, it's for parents and carers who are on their knees, worn out, exhausted with the whole battle, and who need to know how to basically gird their loins as we head into September. So that's something that's open just now, and if you go on my website you can book onto that. I don't mind sharing with you how much it is. It's £150 for the 5 weeks. There are premium packages which include one-to-one sessions with me, so if you want to also have some one-to-one time with me, go ahead and have a look at that. It's the only way you can get one-to-one time with me at the moment, but you can use the one-to-one calls with the premium packages to talk about anything about where you're at. Use it like a support call service. But that's now open. If you head over to my Instagram after I finish live on here, I'm going to tell you a little bit of something that I'm doing to make it more accessible in terms of price for people who are facing financial difficulty. But I'm going to talk about that here. You have to come and see me on Instagram for that. I know, complicated, right? Anyways, so Unstoppable Parent starts on the 3rd of August. And what I've done is, alongside Unstoppable Parent, I've launched the Marble Run. The Marble Run is my online subscription. It's 20 quid a month. You can just join in and get access to my resources. We also do a monthly Q&A. Our guest this month is Dyslexia Dana, who's a TikToker who talks about dyslexia, autism, and her life as a disabled adult who had meningitis as a child. So she talks about those 3 things a lot on TikTok. She's incredible. Our Q&A is with her this month, and we also do a monthly Zoom with me that you're invited to as a member of the Marble Run. Now, if you join Unstoppable Parent, you automatically get a month on the Marble Run for free. So whichever way you're accessing the Marble Run, either whether that's because you're just buying the £20 subscription or because you're joining through Unstoppable Parent, I'm dropping extra content in every day for this week. So far I've dropped in my top 3 selling webinars, EOTAS 101, how to put together an EOTAS package, and personal budgets. I've dropped in my 5-day audit that helps you work out where you are now, where you want to be, where you're going. I've dropped in 2 videos about how to support gender non-conforming children and young people, one on your legal rights and one on the things that I wish I'd known when my child came out as trans. Yesterday, I dropped in another webinar. What was it? Oh my God. I am so sorry. My brain is mash. Oh, here we go. Autism and Mental Health webinar that I ran with Kate Jones. That's now in the Marble Run. And tonight, I am dropping in another one of my really popular webinars. So you will now have 5 of my webinars. And if you bought them individually, they'll be 20 quid each. But they're all in the Marble Run now, or they will be this evening. So tonight's webinar that I'm dropping in is a webinar that I ran with Kirstine Wilshire from Raising a Wild Child. Kirstine is a trauma-informed social worker. She works supporting children and young people who have barriers to attendance through Raising a Wild Child. And the webinar that we did together is called Barriers to Attendance, a Trauma-Informed Guide for Parents. So that webinar is now, or will be this evening, free in your Marble Run library. So if you haven't already joined the Marble Run, this is me telling you, flipping get on it. There's 100 quid's worth of webinars in there now. And if you have, flipping get in there and have a look at what we've got. Can you choose when your Marble Run month starts, or does it start on the first day of the course? So Marble Run starts from the date that you subscribe. So whenever you join Unstoppable Parent, that's your first day on the first day on Marble Run, where you basically, Unstoppable Parent, we give you a voucher, and then you use that to get a free place on the Marble Run, and it runs for a month. Your free month runs for a month, calendar month, and then you either subscribe going forward for £20 a month, or you cancel your membership. So the anniversary of your join date is when you pay for Marble Run. So you can work that out to make that work with your finances, I guess. So yeah, so the webinar that Kirstine and I ran is for parents and carers who have children or young people who are struggling to get into school. And it's really understanding and starting to unpick some of the stuff that you might have been told by professionals, things like, well, you need to make home more uncomfortable. They just need to, they need to push through this. And we help you understand what a trauma-informed approach means, which is like, how does this behavior or this child make sense? What is going on for this child that means that they're not able to be in school? And really understanding what trauma does in the brain. We do quite a lot of stuff in there about the science of memories. We talk about hippocampus memories and amygdala memories, and the actual brain science in there. We also do a bit in there about the triune brain, where we use a model that's really well established in psychology and neuroscience. So it's proper meaty stuff. And like I say, it's delivered by myself and Kirstine Wilshire with Kate Jones, who's a neurodivergent psychotherapist. It's also BSL signed by our incredible signer, Charlie. So it's kind of everything you could want. And we also dig into like our rants about some of the things that we hear said to parents and carers. So in the real world, resilience, consequences, all of that stuff. And the intention of that session is to really help you get to grips with, if you're starting to realize that you're going to have to do things differently for your child or young person, where do you start with that? And how do you back that up with the science of that? And what does that look like for you and your child or young person? So that is now in the Marble Run. Suzanne, you do not need a code for Camp Curious, because Camp Curious, if you log in right now into your libraries, Marble Run is already there. It's there. Just log in. It's there, my love. So yeah. So that's there now. Well, it's not there now. I haven't pressed the button yet, but that will be there this evening overnight, so that from tomorrow morning you can go ahead and access the trauma-informed approach to attendance. There's some more stuff coming in the coming days in terms of bonus. I also just like making new content. So although I'm giving you some existing content, I'm making some new content as well. And there's some stuff coming in the next few days around that. Suzanne says, it's a good webinar, is that one? I think it was one of my favorite ones, and I think I've watched all of them. Hi, Lane, my name is Suzanne, and I'm a webinar addict. So my intention with the Marble Run and with Unstoppable Parent is really to arm you with a bank of information, resources, whatever you need to really kind of spend some time over the summer, probably as you're heading back into the autumn term, to get yourself ready with what might be next. So I hope that this excites you. I am really proud of the fact that we are in a position where we can make these resources available to you. And I know it's good quality stuff. I don't want to just be recycling stuff that you can get, for example, on IPSI or other places, because IPSI is an incredible resource. And if you want to find out a little bit about the EHCP process, then IPSI is the place to go, or other memberships, whatever. But I want to make sure that I'm giving you really good quality content that's going to really kind of arm you for what might be coming for you in the coming weeks and months. So I hope that some of you might come and join me on Unstoppable Parent. One of the things I wanted to say before I go is a couple of people have messaged me just to ask for some clarification about Unstoppable Parent. And I thought I would just do that with you just now before I jump off, if you'll give me permission. So they've asked me what the different weeks' contents are. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk you through that just now. Oh, my phone just switched on, sorry. So that I can tell you what to expect each week. And then people have also asked me a couple of other questions. Let me find my notes so that I can make sure that I'm giving you the right information, because it would be a disaster if I wasn't. I mean, it wouldn't be a disaster, but come on. Why is this not working? My phone isn't working. Let me try and get it to work. One of the questions that people are asking me about Unstoppable Parent is, can I use a login for myself and my partner? Absolutely, you can. You don't need to buy 2 memberships. You don't need to buy 2 Unstoppable Parent places. Of course not. If you've got a partner who you live with or someone that you share parenting responsibility with, share that password and that login with them, and you can get them both into the you can both come into the, what's the word? You can both come into the Facebook group. A couple of people have asked me when the Facebook group for Unstoppable Parent will be opening. It will be this week. I'm just getting a couple of bits lined up for you so that when you land in that group, there's all the information that you need, because it can be a bit overwhelming if you land somewhere and you don't know where to look and you don't know what you're doing. So we're just lining that up for you. I'm just trying to, isn't that annoying? Just got a little circle on my screen, even though I know this is the thing I need to look at. I'm so cross. Let me see. Not going to let me do it. Not going to let me show you. I can find it somewhere else. It's just annoying because it was there and I was ready to show you from there what we cover each week. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to get it up for you for now. Drive. One of the things that's going on for us as a family at the moment is that, you might have heard me talk about this already, is that CityFibre have just installed high-speed fibre for our street. Great, I hear you say. Sounds amazing. Oh yeah, it would be, except that CityFibre knocked over the telegraph pole outside my house last Monday, and since then we've had no Wi-Fi, television, landline, nothing. So I'm currently using my phone as a hotspot through my phone, through my laptop. It's far from ideal. Okay, Unstoppable Parent, let me talk you through what each week is. So week 1 is introductions. I'm not going to tell you what's in it. That would be ridiculous. That would be very silly, right? But week 1, we talk about what to expect. We do a little bit of housekeeping and stuff. And then we look at internal chatter, negative self-talk, where that comes from, what that does to us. We touch on rejection sensitivity dysphoria, which is something that a lot of us who are neurodivergent experience, and we kind of share some hints and tips and things around that. So that's week 1. Week 2 is polyvagal theory. So understanding fight, flight, freeze, fawn and flop responses, what that actually means for you as an individual, what that can look like, why, for example, when an email lands on a Thursday afternoon, your brain is on fire and you can't even think straight. We look at that, the neuroscience of that, what that means, and again, how that can inform the decisions that you make, and how you can start to think about finding better ways to regulate yourself so that you don't feel like your brain's on fire all the time. That's week 2. Week 3, we cover setting boundaries and saying no, which is a pretty big, meaty session. I really like that session. That's week 3. Week 4 for Unstoppable Parent is a special guest slot. I'm not going to tell you who that is, but it's someone who I've worked with a lot, and they come and do some work with us on how to calm your nervous system, tips to basically help self-soothe, which will help you in moments of crisis. And then week 5 is our graduation, and we share some of our successes, and depending on what kind of a cohort we've been, sometimes we share rude photos, not that kind of rude photos. But the last couple, we've had a competition to see who can spell rude words in public places. So all of us went into supermarkets and rearranged alphabetized mugs and that kind of stuff. Anyway, we see how it goes. Different cohorts do it different ways. So that's the 5 weeks. 5 weeks. And like I said, 150 quid for the 5 weeks. If you pay it all in one go, if you pay in installments, it's a little bit more expensive, but you get a discount if you pay it all in one go. And that includes your 5-week program, a weekly live session. As I said, you can share that amongst caregivers. You don't have to, every single person doesn't have to sign up separately. And you also get access to the Marble Run, and you'll have immediate access to the Marble Run as soon as you use your voucher that gives you free access. Okay, that's all I wanted to tell you about tonight. So like I said, tonight's Juicy Brucey bonus is the trauma-informed guide for parents to attendance issues. I know the feedback what we got from it last time was excellent, so I'm hoping that you really enjoy that. Let me know how you're finding it. If you're in the Marble Run already, let me know if you're enjoying the content in there. By all means, send me an email and let me know what content you would like to see in there. And yeah, I hope to see you over in either Unstoppable Parent and or the Marble Run in the next week or so. And I will pop a link because I'm meant to do that. Oh, it's already on screen. I see. Oh, it's already on screen. Go to my website, HeidiMaver.com, click on For Parents, and then you can choose which route do you want to go. Where can I find that information about school being crap and attendance, please, Heidi? Do you mean trauma-informed approach? That is in my webinar, A Parent's Guide to Trauma-Informed Approach to Attendance, and it's now in the Marble Run. So you can either access the Marble Run by going and signing up for Unstoppable Parent, or by going and joining the Marble Run. Just go to my website, click on For Parents, got drop-down menus, Unstoppable Parent, Marble Run, have a look, see which one fits you best, and yeah, work out which is best for you. And I would love to see you over there. And if you're watching me now on Facebook Live, come over onto Instagram in my stories. I'm going to tell you something, a little something extra. Okay, see you all later. Bye.